Hello my dear friends and welcome to StudyIQ. Welcome to the Prelims exclusive current affair series based on Indian economy. I am Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we would be continuing with the series of lectures which would be focusing on your upcoming UPSC preliminary examination from the Indian economy point of view, and this series of lectures are a total of 10 lectures, out of which we have already completed 5 lectures. So this is going to be the 6th lecture. So in the last 5 lectures, we have covered 2 modules. The first module is banking and finance. Second module is external sector. So under banking and finance, we have covered 3 lectures. Part 1, Part 2 and Part 3. Again under external sector, we have completed 2 lectures, Part 1 and Part 2. So with that, we have completed 2 very important modules. One banking and finance, second one external sector. Now this is going to be your third module, that is reports and committees. This module will also have 2 parts, Part 1 and Part 2. So this is the part 1 of reports and committees. This is the third module. So for the previous 5 videos, you can refer to our channel StudyIQ. It shall be available on the StudyIQ website, and these series of lectures are intended to cover 100 plus the most important topics for your upcoming UPSC preliminary examination from the UPSC Indian economy point of view, and this shall be very helpful for you in attempting the Indian economy questions of your preliminary examination. So those who have missed the previous videos, please refer to our channel and watch those videos. So let us start the 6th lecture of this series and the first lecture on reports and committees. But before we begin, this is our channel StudyIQ, and we are providing pen drive courses for various competitive examinations including SSC and bank courses, UPSC optionals, SSC JE courses, teaching examination, railway examinations, defense examination, RBI grade B, NABARD grade A, UGC NET, UPSC Civil Services Examination, CLAT exams for various state PSCs, and also for various professional courses. You can visit our website www.studyiq.com for more details, or you can call to any of these numbers for more information. So let us start. The first report is Global Economy Watch Report. So this report is released by a London-based multinational professional services network, and it is called PwC or PricewaterhouseCoopers. And this publication looks into the trends and issues affecting the global economy, and it also projects the leading economies in the world's growth rate. So this is basically based on economy or GDP. So from the term economy itself, the growth of an economy is measured in terms of its GDP. So Global Economy Watch Report. So this looks into the global growth rate of major economies in the world, and why it is relevant for us is because according to the 2019 report, India is likely to surpass United Kingdom in the world's largest economy rankings in this year 2019. So that is why it is relevant for us, and this is the report, Global Economy Watch Report, published by PricewaterhouseCoopers. Now second one is Future Consumption in Fast Growth Consumer Market Report. So the term fast growth consumer market here implies the Indian market. This is because of the nature of Indian market and the growth rate of Indian market. So this report is published by World Economic Forum or WEF, and according to the report, the private consumption accounts for a major portion of India's GDP, and it is expected to develop into a 6 trillion growth opportunity, and this would make India the world's 3rd largest economy by 2030. So here the highlight is that India's GDP growth rate mainly accounts due to increasing private consumption. So this is Future Consumption in Fast Growth Consumer Market, published by World Economic Forum. Now next we will discuss a commission. This commission is called National Commission on Farmers. This commission was formed in the year 2004, and the chairman of this commission was M.S. Swaminathan. So the aim of this commission was to come up with a system of sustainability in the farming system and to make farming more profitable and cost competitive. So first aim was to bring in sustainability in farming. Second one, to increase profitability. And this committee or commission was also responsible for recommending measures to improve the credit and marketing facilities for the farmers. And between 2004 to 2006, this commission submitted almost 5 reports to the government, and the 5th report is the most important and the crucial report. We will see what are the observations and the recommendations of this commission. The observations, the first one, farmers need an assured access to and control over basic resources of farming. So there should be an assurance to the farmers, and there should also be a control over the resources. For example, land, water, fertilizers, credit, insurance. So farmers should have access and control over this basic farming resources. Second one was regarding the farmers' concerns and other agricultural related issues, and the committee recommended that this should be implemented in the concurrent list, so that both the central government as well as the state government can make policies on that. So this is a very important recommendation, because even now there are ongoing recommendations that agriculture and allied services should be shifted to concurrent list from the state list. So this was one observation of the committee. And coming to the recommendations of the committee, the first recommendation was to distribute ceiling surplus and wasteland among the farmers. Second recommendation was to establish a national land use advisory service. Third one was to undertake reforms in irrigation. And fourth one was regarding provision of institutional credit to the farmers. And fifth recommendation was to provide affordable health insurance at primary health centers in rural areas, and this can reduce the number of farmer suicides. Sixth recommendation was to give an MSP or minimum support price at 50% profit to the farmers. So these were the recommendations of this committee. Next one is Asia Competitiveness Institute's Ease of Doing Business Index. So this Ease of Doing Business Index has been published by Asia Competitiveness Institute. So there is a other Ease of Doing Business Index which is published by the World Bank, and that is at the global level. And the Asia Competitiveness Institute measures the ease of doing business in different states of India, and the topmost states for ease of doing business in India is Andhra Pradesh, followed by Maharashtra, and then Delhi. Next is Global Talent Competitive Index, and this is published by NCERT. And this report measures the ability of countries to compete for talent, and it considers 68 parameters or variables. For example, ease of hiring, gender earnings gap, prevalence of training in various companies, etc. And India has been ranked 80 in this list, and the report also highlights the fact that India's biggest challenge is to improve its ability to attract and retain the talent. So this is about Global Talent Competitive Index. Next one is States Startup Ranking of 2018. This is published by DPIIT. DPIIT is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Earlier it was Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. It has been renamed as DPIIT. So now the name is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So a new component, internal trade, has been added. Earlier internal trade was taken care by the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Now it has been transferred to DPIIT, which comes under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So this report or this ranking is based on reviewing the startup ecosystem of different states in the country, and the key objective is to encourage the states and union territories to proactively take steps to strengthen the startup ecosystem in their states. So the top performing states are Karnataka, Kerala, Odisha, and Rajasthan. Next is a very important report, Sustainable Development Goals India Index. So this is very important report. It is being published by Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog is the policy think tank of Government of India, and Niti Aayog has released the baseline report of the Sustainable Development Goals India Index of 2018, and it documents the progress made by various Indian states and union territories towards the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals. So Sustainable Development Goals are goals that has to be achieved by 2030, and this report by Niti Aayog measures the improvement or the development or the progress made by various states and union territories in the country in implementing various measures for the achievement of this goals. And Niti Aayog, in collaboration with Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation and the United Nations India, has published this report. It comprises of a composite score for each union territory and each state, and in total there are 17 sustainable development goals, out of which 13 SDGs or sustainable development goals have been taken into consideration by the Niti Aayog while framing this report. And the aim of this report is to instill competition among the states. By improving the competition, there will be an improvement in the performance of the states, and thereby the states will be able to better achieve the sustainable development goal targets. And according to the SDG index score, Himachal Pradesh and Kerala are the top performing states, and in case of union territories, Chandigarh is the union territory which is very close to Kerala and Himachal Pradesh in the score. Himachal Pradesh and Kerala has a score of 69, while Chandigarh has a score of 68. And other top performing states are Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc. So here we will see that these top performing states are mostly the prosperous states or those industrialized states, mostly in the southern region and in the western part. Now next one is regulatory indicators for sustainable energy or the RISE 2018. This is published by World Bank. So this is a report of World Bank, and this report has been released by the World Bank on the sidelines of 24th COP or the Conference of Parties to the UN Framework Convention on Climate Change. So COP 24 of UNFCCC has been held in Katowice, and on the sidelines of it, World Bank has published the regulatory indicators for sustainable energy or the RISE report. So this is very important that World Bank has published it on the sidelines of the COP 24. Next one is SKOCH Award for National Significance. And this SKOCH Award has been conferred by a think tank called SKOCH Group. And this think tank deals with socio-economic issues with a focus on inclusive growth. And why it is very important is because the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has been conferred the SKOCH Award for National Significance this year. So it's very important for us. And this award has been conferred considering the purpose and critical role played in installing 73 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity in the country. And India's ranking, coming to India's ranking, it is 4th in the world in case of wind energy capacity, 5th in the world in case of solar energy capacity. So these facts are very important for your preliminary examination, and India has also played a major role in setting up of International Solar Alliance. So these are the important facts. You should remember that India has a 4th position in case of wind energy and 5th in case of solar energy. Now very important report, Human Capital Index report, and this is published by World Bank under the World Development Report. It's a part of the World Development Report, and the theme for the World Development Report 2018 was the changing nature of work. And as a part of it, the World Bank also launched Human Capital Project or the HCP. So HCP aims to raise awareness and increase demand for interventions to build human capital. So HCP or Human Capital Project is to raise the awareness and also to build human capital. Now about the Human Capital Index. This index has been constructed for 157 countries, and it claims to seek to measure the amount of human capital that a child born today can expect to attain by the age of 18. So a child that is born today, how much of human capital the child can attain by the age of 18, that is being measured. And HCI or Human Capital Index has 3 components. The first component is survival, that is under 5 mortality rates. Second one is expected years of quality adjusted school. Third one is health environment, and based on these 3 parameters, countries are given various ranking. And now let us also understand how is Human Capital Index published by the World Bank is different from that of Human Development Index published by UNDP. This is very important for your preliminary examination. So Human Development Index or HDI is published by UNDP, In case of HCI or Human Capital Index, it uses survival rates. Three parameters. One is survival rates and the second one is stunting rates for measuring the health. But in HDI, they uses life expectancy at birth. Now again, HCI excludes per capita income, whereas HDI or the Human Development Index uses per capita income. So one significant difference is that HDI or Human Development Index does not use quality adjustment in learning, whereas in HCI it is being used, and income component has been excluded from HCI. So we can say that HCI or Human Capital Index published by the World Bank is more comprehensive or more representative than the HDI published by the UNDP. And the score is between 0 to 1, India has a score of 0.44. Next is also very important report, Global Competitiveness Index. It is being published by World Economic Forum or WEF. And India has been ranked 58th most competitive economy, and India has a score of 62.0 on the Global Competitiveness Index of 2018. And India has jumped 5 spots from 2017, and this is the largest gain among the G20 countries. So this is Global Competitiveness Index, which measures the competitiveness of different economies. India has gained 5 points in the 2018 report. It's being published by World Economic Forum. Next one is Government e-Payments Adoption Ranking or GEAR. And this report or study has been released by Visa. It's a payment technology. It's a global leader in payments technology. And under this report, they rank different governments by quantifying their e-payment capabilities based on various indicators. So, 7 parameters are used. First one is G2C or government to citizen, citizen to government, business to government, business to business, government to business, then infrastructure, socio-economic environment, and also policy environment. So these are the 7 parameters used here, and India has been ranked 28th out of 73 countries, and the last time, that is in 2011, India's rank was 36. Now India has gained some ranks. Now the rank is 28. Next index is Purchasing Managers Index. It is an indicator of business activity both in manufacturing and in the services sector, and it marks changes in the perception of key business variables. Next one is a very important report, All India Rural Financial Inclusion Survey. This is being published by NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. So NABARD has released its report on All India Rural Financial Inclusion Survey 2016-17. And coming to the important findings of the report, first one, more than half of the agricultural households in the country have outstanding debt, and their average outstanding debt is almost as high as the average annual income of the agricultural households. That means the debt of the agricultural households are equal to the annual income. That means if they spend whole income that they earn annually on the debt payments, only then they will be able to meet the debt liabilities. So the debt quantity is very high among the agricultural households. And what are the reasons for taking the loans by agricultural households? The biggest reason is capital expenditure for agricultural expenses. This accounts for 25%. Second reason is running expenses or working capital expenses, which accounts for 19%. Third one is domestic needs, like for example loans for housing, medical expenses, etc., which accounts for 11 to 12%. So these are the distribution of requirements for taking agricultural loans by the farmers. Next one is State Energy Efficiency Preparedness Index, which is being published by the BEE, that is Bureau of Energy Efficiency, and AEEE, that is Alliance for an Energy Efficient Economy. So this is a nationwide index and is a joint effort of Niti Aayog and Bureau of Energy Efficiency. So the report targets to assess the state policies and programs on implementing national energy efficiency initiatives. So this index measures the performance of various states in bringing energy efficiency. Next one is also very important report, Ease of Living Index. This is published by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, and this has been developed to allow city managers to get a grip on the city's baseline. And this index covers 111 cities across the country, and these cities are those cities with a population of 1 million plus. And the 4 parameters that are used to measure the performance of the cities include institutional factors like the governance factors. Second one is social factors like social identity, education, health, security, etc. Third factor is economic factors like economy, employment, etc. And the fourth one is physical factors. So based on these 4 parameters, each city is assessed and rankings are given, and the first rank goes to Pune in Maharashtra. So the most livable city according to the report is Pune. Second one is Navi Mumbai. Third one is Greater Mumbai. So these are the 3 most livable cities according to the report, and 3 of the cities are in the state of Maharashtra. Next report is Global Livability Index, and this has been released by EIU, that is Economist Intelligence Unit, and it ranks 140 global cities based on their living conditions. So various factors are considered, for example the political stability, the social stability, the incidence of crime, education, access to healthcare. So these are some of the parameters that are considered. So this index ranks 140 cities worldwide, and it uses New York City as a baseline to measure each city against, and each city is assigned a score over 30 factors over this 5 broad categories. So these are the 5 categories, and these categories have subdivisions, and there are around 30 factors. Now in case of India, only New Delhi and Mumbai were able to make to the list. New Delhi has a position of 112 and Mumbai 117th position. So these are some of the indices or reports that are very much important for your preliminary examination, and these are also very important for your mains examination, but from the mains perspective we will discuss later, but these facts are very important for your preliminary examination. This lecture or this module shall be continued in the next lecture. In today's lecture, we have discussed 17 important reports, and in the upcoming session also we will discuss the rest of the important indices and reports, and with that we will finish this module, and another 2 more modules are pending. So already we have completed 2 modules. One is banking and finance, and under banking and finance 3 lectures, and second module external sector, under which 2 lectures. So this is the 6th lecture, and the 7th lecture also we will continue with the reports and indices, and there will be another 3 more lectures. So total 10 lectures in this series, and with that we will cover 100 plus most important topics for your UPSC preliminary examination. You can follow me on my Facebook page, or you can email me at joyce.studyiq@gmail.com for any of your suggestions or clarifications. Thank you. Hello my dear friends.